Hello everybody, this is Sue from SueStarcraft, and this is King of the Island week number 3 action. This is game 2 of Nazy versus Paradoxxx. Once again the players keeping their same colors, Nazy playing as the purple Terran, while Paradoxxx playing as the yellow Protoss, and it's going to be on Steps of War, a map known for the small rush distance. And as you can see, I'm just going and showing you here the small rush distance in between the base is very small. This area right here is extremely small in between the bases, so you can see a lot of early pressure from either player. And it's a map I know Nazy does favor this map. Para as well. Para is a player who loves the 2 gates. I'm not sure if he's going to be doing that this time around. No, he's not. He's using the pylon. Last game I gave you a small rundown on Nazy. Let me give you a small rundown now on Paradoxxx. Paradoxxx is a seasoned veteran in the Trinidad and Tobago scene. He has been playing StarCraft since the days of Brood War, but he left for quite a while after the fall of Dota on the local scene, and he waited patiently for StarCraft 2 to be released, and as soon as StarCraft 2 came out, he was back into the scene and back into mixing and mingling with the younger guns. And in this case it's going to be Nazy. Paradoxxx, however, just last 2 weeks ago, he was in the Trinigamers Whisper of War tournament, and he did not do that well. He got sent to the losers bracket after the first round, and in the loser bracket was only able to play and beat 1 player. So he had a quite early exit in that tournament. Probably finished, I would give him a position of maybe 12th out of 16 players, which was not that flattering for him as a seasoned veteran. I think he would have been really disappointed with that. So back to the game now. Paradoxxx opening the exactly same way, getting the gateway, following up with the gas. No units yet going and mining the gas, so that's a bit slow on Paradoxx's part. No workers as well. He probably was saving up until he has enough minerals. He should be starting to get back more workers now. There he goes. Nazy now starting very close to the same way again. Single gas, the double barracks play. He has no problem showing Paradoxxx. I don't have no idea why. And Para now trying to throw down a proxy pylon, but that was so horribly done. He's gonna have to cancel that idea. Yeah, as I said, Para is a player who loves to try to cheese, and he had them to do it. Now he's now slipping up as well, being so long before he gets the enough SCVs harvesting the gas. He needs another one in there. I'm not sure if he's trying to get more minerals farmed right now, but I think he should get as much gas as he can, because he's gonna want to build these tech labs if he does the same strat from the first game, where he just masters Reapers. And it's a 3rd barracks down right now, so we could expect to see something just as that. And a Marauder is on the way actually, so that is a bit of a surprise for me. It's like a bluff. Para's going to be expecting Reapers and Marauders are going to be coming. And if Para makes the mistake now of just getting a lot of stalkers, he could be in some trouble. And here comes a single stalker. He's going to be coming in just as this Marauder pops out, so this stalker needs to get out of there. Marauders eat stalkers for breakfast, and look at that. That HP and the stalker is just being chunked out, and he needs to flee home. This is so bad from Para. That is sloppy play from him, losing his stalker. Very, very bad. Let's have a look at the production tab right now, and you can see Nazy just making Marines, Marauders, making our reactor as well to speed up with the Marines. We have now a 4th barracks, so Nazy now going heavy in the infantry. He's probably expecting this to just be a 1 base game. I don't know if later on he's going to be expanding. Still only 2 workers on the gas, so that's a bit interesting. Para on the other hand has a gateway on the way. I'm not sure how many he has. 1, 2, just 2 gateways. It's that's a very low for him. He has a lot of resources. He could throw down even a very high tech building. He can probably go Robo. He could probably even go Stargate if he wants to at this point. And Nazy now being prepared to go in and push. And he has quite a handy force here. 2 Marauders, 3 Marines, and he's going to be pushing up the ramp very soon. Para doing the smart thing, and he's going to be getting a couple of sentries now. He can't slip up with the force fields at all. He needs the force field right in this spot right here, and he is not doing that. He's allowing the Marines and Marauders to come up the ramp. That is very, very strange from him. This is not good from Paradoxxx at all. The point of the sentries is to actually keep the units at the base of the ramp, and probably even block them off somewhere about here. But this is so bad for him. He does have enough though. He's going to be pushing back the Marauders. He's going to lose this sentry. You don't want to lose sentries. He's going to lose the sentry though. Too bad for that Para. He's now going to be poking out right back at Nazi, but Nazi has quite a handy bit of forces. 2 Marauders, 4 Marines coming down the road here, and Para needs to pull back. He needs to probably get another sentry here, and he needs to work on his force fielding, and that's something that really failed him during the Whispers of War tournament. One of his biggest downfalls. If there was a downfall for Nazi, it would be his SCV production, and if there was a big downfall for Paradoxxx, it would be his force field placement. It's been not flattering at all. Like, all now, a force field should have gone down there and blocked these units from getting up. This force field is doing jack shit, and here now Paradoxxx, actually his building placement is working against him. He can't get a proper surround. These zealots in the back can't get out to face the infantry. But once again, he has just enough to push back Nazi's force. Okay, we also see Nazi getting vision of the Zalaga towers. That's something he loves to do. He doesn't like to see expansions being snuck in at the goal and either end, so that's good from him. And now we see a very heavy Marauder, 4 Marauders, 2 Marines from Nazi. No upgrades just yet on the Zealots, so Nazi should be quite comfortable with this. He's actually though pulling back very heavily, a lot of Marauders in the base. He should get this slightly put up, and there he goes, well done for him. Paradoxxx now should be pulling back. He is not, he's allowing his Zealots to taking a lot of damage. Having a look at the health bars, these Zealots are going to go down. I think Paradoxxx really is overextending himself, and more reinforcements coming in now for Nazi. Those Marauders falling at a perfect time, and Paradoxxx forced to fall back here. I think he could have done that and not lose as many units as he just did. A bit sloppy from him. I know all he does have home is 4 Zealots. He is on 4 gates right now. His expansion is going down, so he should probably throw down about 2 or 3 more gateways if he wants to. I would say 2 gateways and maybe even a Twilight Council to try to get some upgrades going. Probably try to work his way up to High Templar, since Nazi is going so heavy on the infantry, and now Paradoxxx Stalker Zealot seems to be doing the job, and these Marauders being forced to pull back. Good, nice kiting stuff from Nazi, but just standing one position. I'm not sure why Paradoxxx just swarmed down these units and just take them out, but Nazi here now overextended himself. He should have pulled back those Marauders, and instead they get sliced to death, and their parts are just rolling around the place. And now Nazi is probably wondering, okay, what do I do for an expansion? He needs to work an expansion right now, otherwise Para is going to be so far ahead in macro. And here comes Para now transferring into his natural expansion, and he's going to have so many minerals right now. A lot of gas for Para. He could use a couple sentries, and there he goes. He pulls down 4 sentries. Still a lot of gas for him. He can pull down a couple more. Sentries are always good. The more the merrier. They are, however, a bit low on the damage, but what can you say? I can't have everything. So he's going to want those to build up as much energy as possible, and just if need be, he could probably even split Nazi's army on the same ramp. So you have a lot of units in the back that can't fire, and a lot of units in the front with Zealots are just pounding, and it's going to be an easy battle win for Para. And Para now has a nice sizable force going after Nazi. Nazi coming down now with a lot of Marauders, 7 Marauders and just about 5 Marines. I think Para has this easily. He needs to get some force fields in the back here. A bad force field from Para. I'm not sure exactly what's the point of that. Same as this one. I think this use of force field has been disappointing. He needs to use the sentries a little better than that. You need to get them in a nice straight line. One there, one there, one there, and maybe even one there if you need it. And that's just going to split Nazi's army in half. Instead, what he's doing is creating one big choke, and it's actually working against him because the Zealots have been forced in this one channel, and all of Nazi's units are having a nice concave and just pounding the Zealots. And Paradoxxx now trying to go just around. I'm not sure if he suspects there's a bit of a camping here from Nazi, but Nazi now suspecting that if there's something up, he's going to be pushing out. I'm not sure if he knows Paras are around here on this side. Seeing as though the SCV isn't here anymore, I guess he does know that Para is somewhere in the back there. And here comes Nazi now pushing up with his force. At the same time, Para does he? No, he does not decide to pull back, and he's going after Nazi's base. I'm not sure why Nazi didn't continue pushing. He could have actually done a lot more damage than Para could have done. And a base trade could have happened, and I think it would have favored Nazi at that point, because Marauders are so good versus buildings as well. Protoss buildings do not lift off, Terran buildings do, so all Nazy had to do was lift up his command center and check it at some corner of the map. Nazy now cleaning up this force on Paradoxxx. Paradoxxx in a bad position, is he? He's trying to bring in units as fast as possible, chrono boosting all of his gateways. Saturation hasn't been good on this on his main. He needs to work on that, and this is over.